Michael, Nikola obviously helped himself a little bit in this regard with his third quarter, but how important was it with the back-to-backs, the overtimes early in this season to get him and some of those guys a quarter of rest and to get some of the younger players extra run in a low-stakes kind of situation?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you can get Nikola especially, but any of those starters that are logging heavy minutes, if you can get them some rest, that's always beneficial. And it's been had a back-to-back. Toronto, Brooklyn had a back-to-back last night, tonight. And then we have 4 more games coming up here at home every other day. So it was great that that bench unit came in and played so well in that third quarter and kind of opened up that game. And we didn't have to go back to any of the starters. And I thought our bench obviously did a really nice job. Julian with 19, but I thought DJ was really effective with his minutes. Peyton, Hunter, and even the guys that came in at the end. We took care of business. Proud of our guys for fighting through it. Another game where I know our guys coming in, we're going to be searching for some energy. And, we were able to do a good job and get a win finally at home.
What was the thinking with going with DJ tonight?
Just some difference for us, big body, rebounder, rim protector. Known they play a lot of bigs with Kessler, with Eubanks, even Collins. So just kind of going with a big body and let him and Russ play some pick and rolls together. Obviously Zeke, I felt in small minutes, went out there and played really well as well.
Coach, going back to the bench, they extended the lead early and then kind of let it evaporate. How nice is it that in the same game they are able to kind of come out and get out of that, I don't even want to call it a slump, but have a better second?
Yeah, you're exactly right. I felt like to close the first quarter, I thought they did a really good job. And to open that second quarter, obviously, was a little bit of a struggle. And we allowed the Utah to get back into the game in the first 4 or 5 minutes of that second quarter. And that's just obviously, part of my responsibility to make sure I go back to them, help them, and look to see what we can do better. And obviously, Russ, Julian, Hunter, Peyton, and DJ, I felt had great minutes in that second half to close the third and start the fourth. So I think, what did we score, 48 bench points tonight? That's a really productive night for that group.
Do you feel like having Christian play point guard or handle the ball a little bit at the beginning of last year paid dividends for you guys?
I think so. With Jamal out, obviously we have Russell Westbrook, and then behind Russell, we went to a kind of a point guard by committee. CB was our backup one at times last year. Julian can handle, and Nikola and Aaron Gordon can handle as well. I think CB, anything you ask him to do, he goes out there and does at a high level and with great energy and effort. So we'll continue to look at different ways we can try to fill the void created when Jamal is out with the concussion.
Michael, do you have a feel for how long Jamal might be out?
No, I know today, 24 hours after the initial concussion protocol prognosis, I think 24 hours later you're allowed to do your first cardio. So I think he did some cardio tonight. We'll see how he reacts to that. But I think the usual timeline is maybe 5 to 7 days. But once again, he took a really nasty hit. So we'll be smart about that. As much as we want Jamal back, his well-being is a lot more important.
Nikola had 9 points a half and then turned it on for you guys in the third quarter. Just what did you see from him just shooting as aggressively as he did?
Yeah, I mean, those threes that he made, it was like a flurry there. It was great. I was happy that he became a lot more aggressive offensively. In the first half it was tough because Michael had it going. So we're trying to, feed Michael. And then in that second half, I'm saying, all right, I got to get Nikola more involved. And whether that's in the post, whether that's picking and popping, him reading the game. But yeah, Nikola's third quarter was instrumental in us kind of, busting that game open and giving us a lead that we were able to.
Do you look at the bench?
You all right, Scott?
No, well, we finally won at home.
Yeah, I know. Hey, it's a long time coming.
But do you look at the bench? Do you have a time frame or time limit? I know you'd probably like it Monday against Toronto, but you say this could be a work in progress for X number of days or games, or do you have a date that you hope that you're set by?
It's kind of a feel, and again, I didn't play Dario tonight. By no means does that mean am I saying that our bench was struggling because of Dario Saric. That wasn't the case. I mean, I know Dario can play better. It was just me looking to try different things after a 5-game stretch, just to give us a different look, a different energy, a different feel. And I'm not saying that that's going to be every night moving forward. But I think 5 games is a fair amount of time. 10 games is probably better, but 5 NBA games, you're getting a feel for, okay, what is going on with our bench? We may have to adjust and tweak some things. And, again, Julian has been probably the real consistent bright spot off that bench with his productivity and efficiency. And now it's my job to help anybody else playing with that unit off the bench to kind of help find their rhythm and make sure we're putting them in the best position possible.
How much are you still exploring that, and how do you go about deciding what to try next?
Well, with Jamal being out, it kind of messes with that a little bit because now Russ is starting. And so now you're being asked, now you're introducing a new person into that bench unit. Hunter Tyson tonight, 25 minutes, did some good things for us. So now you're having, okay, Hunter, get used to playing with these guys. So you're almost kind of playing catch up. But we'll continue to see as we get ready for the next opponent and which lineup, which grouping of players will give us the best chance in that game. And it doesn't have to be for 5 games. We're doing this. It could be a situation where certain nights I want to go big, certain nights I want to go small. And, we'll read and react to that accordingly.